And I know if we look on social media, it seems like a much bigger problem than I believe it is. And that's why I believe that there's a lot of anti-black organizations behind the scenes. Like I believe there's avatars out here they'll have a black face, and either they're a bot or they're a non-black person that is intentionally trying to create and foster division. Like there's no doubt. There's no doubt that that's a lot of that is going on. Um, he's explaining black card events stuff like. So I'm guessing, yeah, this has got to be talking about Byron Allen, and yeah, um, because most black men are not challenging the toxicity that the so-called few spewing. But even in the space, I see black men challenging, and I'm following black YouTubers that may not be as big as a Fresh and Fit, but they're like actively countering that nonsense that Fresh and Fit talk, actively, actively talking against it, and actively promoting content that's showing respect for black women and yeah, and for black relationships. Let me see. But has Byron Allen been out here there being pro-black though? I mean, he used for racial discrimination, but has he really been out here trying to see change? I don't think he has. And just that on itself, for him, like him talking about his company is black owned, his wife is his partner. So if his wife is white, it's only partially black owned, right? Like because they own it together. It's their property. And so like that's what it's hard to if you're talking about black owned, but your wife is white, then is that really black owned? Like no, it's not. Um, Here's the thing: most black men don't choose unambiguous 80% black women. The richer black men tend to prefer light, bright, and near white. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not a thing. I understand. I don't agree with it, but I know why it's a thing, and it goes back to what we were talking about. It goes back to this programming. So you've got this media that is pushing standards of beauty. The media is saying this is what's beautiful, and so you have a maximum 100, right? The maximum 100. They say the 100 most beautiful women, and what do they show you? They show you 95. They show you 97 white women. Okay, correction. They'll show you 95 white women, 2 Asian women, and then they'll show you Halle Berry, um, Halle Berry, Mariah Carey, and Alicia Keys. That's the maximum top 100. Like this was the programming that was going on, where in order to be beautiful, a black woman had to be half white. Like that's literally what they were pushing. And so part of that comes down to like there's a reason for it, but that programming needs to be countered. So we need to have our own media. We need to have media that's willing to show and that's not centered around Eurocentric standards of beauty. If we have our own media that's not centered on Eurocentric standards of beauty, that's showing Afrocentric standards of beauty, that's showing where you can have black dark skinned women being celebrated for their beauty, black dark skinned women with natural hair being celebrated for their beauty, like that would be amazing. That will be amazing. But that's why we need control of our own media, and why the position we're in is in large part due to a failure in strategy. There's been a failure in strategy in what we were doing. And so the civil rights movement, how the civil rights movement was co-opted, and it went from fighting where the powers that be manipulated the fight into, oh, what you're really fighting for is integration, when that really wasn't what the fight was about or should have been about. But once they managed to do that, now they got the black community in a position where they control all we see and hear. So whether it's media, in movies, in magazines, music, who's controlling this? We're not controlling it. We may be, we may have black stars, black faces out there, but they get to choose who those black faces are, and they get to craft the narrative of what's beautiful, what's not. And so that's why we really need our own media. Very true. It's very obvious when they see compromised black people. KRS-One, yes, KRS-One has definitely been one of my favorite rappers throughout the years. Absolutely. In fact, I remember watching the KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane versus last year. Oh man, that was amazing. That was. And by the way, I was rooting for KRS-One because of the whole conscious thing, but I had forgotten how good Big Daddy Kane was. Like, and it's crazy because I was like, man, Big Daddy Kane was a beast. Correction, Big Daddy Kane is a beast. Big Daddy Kane is a beast. And if you haven't seen that versus, check it out. Big Daddy Kane KRS-One versus that was on point. That was on point. That was one of the best verses of the year, for real. Um, the thing is, if black men are thinking marrying white is affording them more opportunity, is them being lazy and surrendering to white power. Listen, you have no argument with me. No argument from me with that. No argument. Like, if somebody's requiring me to turn my back on my community in order for them to accept me, number one, that person is not my friend. That person does not respect me. That person does not have my best interest at heart. I know this, but there's a lot of people that are willing to sacrifice principle for profit. And like, yeah, like there are dudes that there's no question that there are dudes like this. No question. And you have, but at the same point, like, that's why we have to elevate and protect those who are fighting the good fight, those that are standing on principle, those that are promoting certain values, and that refuse to be bought and controlled. Black men need to become brave and to build their own industries and prop up their own women as a standard. And that goes back to why I was talking about the integration, because integration should have never been the goal. Independence was the goal. Independence should have always been the goal. Black independence is better than integration. Independence over integration all day, every day. Black independence is what we need to be focused on. Black independence. That's it. Not integration, because we need to be in control of our own. Like after seeing what what we've seen, witnessing what we've witnessed for hundreds of years, experiencing what we've experienced for hundreds of years, there's no way that we can justify just being willing to, let's see what happens. Like, no, we've seen what happens over and over again. Like, there comes a point where it's like, okay, it's time to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt and protect ourselves. Now, it's a matter of we need to be doing what we need to be doing to protect ourselves, to protect our community, because anti-blackness is real, and it's a global phenomenon. Anti-blackness is a global phenomenon, and we have got to protect the communities. So, absolutely, black men need to be building. We need to be building our own industries. We need to be protecting black women, propping up black women, and celebrating an Afrocentric standard of beauty. Where are black men fighting for the community? I haven't seen them. I know of. I've seen lots of black men that are involved in activism. Um, I've seen a lot of black men doing various types of things, and like I say, it comes down to strategies, because there's a lot of black men that are doing things to try to build wealth that may not seem, that people think, oh yeah, that's bad. They shouldn't be doing it that way. I understand why they're doing it. Thank you for checking out this clip of Escaping the Echo Chamber. If you would like to check out the entire live stream, you can click on the screen now, or you can click on the link in the description box below. I'll see you next time.